And joining me in studio now is Mr. Matt Chipman. Matt is the president of a company called Green Chip Investor Relations. Matt, always great to see you.
Glad to be here again, Don. Thanks for having me.
You know, we've had you as a guest on the program many times over the last several years. It's always fun to have you on here. We talk about basically things in the political and the economic world that affect the industry that you and I follow. That industry, of course, being small and microcap stocks. It's been a kind of a funny week. We saw the candidate debate for the Democratic Party on earlier this week. And I came away thinking, in one respect, reminded me of that guy that used to be on TV all the time about 25 years ago, Matthew Lesko. He used to sell those books saying, free money from the government. That was the whole debate. Everything's free.
Yeah, well, we know we aren't going to be able to continue as a society if we keep, if everything is free. So we know there's no free things out there, you know, and so with the stock market, I like to think that if you do your homework, that's how you can make probably the easiest way to make money. And you know, I think we follow, and I think you follow some companies that really make sense. You know.
Well, you're absolutely right, because you know, if you take a look at the stock market overall performance, there was a period of time in the month of August and September where the big caps took a real hit. And everybody was starting to think it was going to really be the sign of Armageddon, so to speak, in the stock market. But when the big caps made their comeback, we saw that there was no trickle-down effect into the small caps. They did not take that big hit that the big caps took.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sense of why the activity has slowed down so much in some of the micro cap and the small cap stocks, but I believe it is going to pick up. I think it requires having one of those big winners. You know, when we were talking off the air, how big the winners were when the dot-coms took off.
Oh, sure.
You know, and people were talking about things and they were making money hand over fist. You know, I think there's a few companies out there that could be explosive plays. And when things are a little bit not trading heavily and you can buy stock at the prices you want to buy them for, I think that's the best time to accumulate. And I think this is a tremendous time. While the market is taking pause, you know, we've got some sideways action, but you know, you're seeing some stability out there. Like with crude oil prices, it's good that oil isn't in free fall anymore. I mean, we are stabilizing $46, $47 a barrel.
Exactly.
I think we're going to see that start to pick up as you know, the wash and supply equation resolves itself, and I think that'll start lifting, and the economy is going to start showing signs of improvement. Bank of America had good numbers. Walmart didn't. You know, there's some mixed signs out there.
Well, Walmart, of course, is blaming higher minimum wages, as we would expect them to blame. But bottom line is, like you mentioned, you know, when oil prices went lower and the price at the pump went lower, that basically put more money into the hands of consumers. We're a consumer-driven economy. If there's more money in the hands of consumers, retail is going to improve, restaurants are going to improve, people are going to buy more washing machines, they're going to buy more cars. It's just how it works.
It's probably going to be another very healthy Christmas. I think it's going to be, you know, we're going to see good numbers in the fourth quarter. And, you know, some of the money will spill into, you know, the small cap and micro cap space. You know, there's a company I follow. I won't mention it here, but if you want to send me an email, I can get you information on it that I think, you know, could go up 5-10 times in the next year. You know, there are stories out there that make real good sense.
Well, you know, a couple of the industries that we'd like to pay attention to, of course, you know, are obviously technology. Cannabis is an industry sector that is really getting ready to focus because there's state licensed companies. We're getting into the whole scientific aspect of it. It's really become a fascinating sector to watch.
It's a very interesting industry. Big companies don't quite want to touch it until the federal government mandates and allows and lifts the restrictions. So right now, the small and mid-cap companies, really the small companies, are the ones that are willing to take a shot at running the businesses, and they're going to be first to make a pile of money.
Tremendous opportunity for them.
Absolutely.
Again, the company is Green Chip Investor Relations. Their website is greenchipir.com. Be sure and visit that for more information about Matt. Matt, always a pleasure having you on the program.
Thanks for having me on again.